Here we go. Unwrap one of these doors. Typically, I don't take this gasket out from around the window because the wrap starts to rub when you wrap underneath it. Attack this top piece. Trim out some of this excess over here. Not what I actually need. I'll do a small trim for right now. Come back and do a bigger trim in a second. After we get this laid down. Blast this top piece. Blast this side a little bit. We can get a big trim going. You see a little bit better what you need to trim, so. Got that. Pull this down some. That's good. That's like perfect right there. What's up, chat? Y'all go ahead and throw a like in the chat if you can. We get chat boosted up. If y'all got any questions, let me know. I'm gonna take out some of this excess film at the bottom that we don't need. It's just weighing us down right now. Go ahead and get this out of the way. Big legs today, so that hurts. Yeah, that hurts. Hurts good. It's good. We can pull this whole thing up now. Pull it towards me. Question. You wrap crease easily. Yeah, I mean, if you crease it, it creases, but you can heat it up with a heat gun to get any creases out. So if it's creased, it's not permanently creased. You just got to heat it to relax the film. Main way to avoid creases. Is that glue or a scratch? So that might be a scratch. I have to redo that panel. The main way to avoid creases is to glass everything out before you start squeegeeing. How expensive was this roll? This was like $1,000 for a full roll. What's up, Ryan? How do you take off the handle? So you're gonna need one of these torque wrenches. I don't know if you can see it's like a star bit for most cars. And in pretty much every car, there's gonna be a little one of those police cruisers where the door handles just don't come off. You have to take the glass off. Even then, I would still take the door handle off. Wrap always comes out cleaner. Especially if you're newer, it's hard to know how to work around the door handle. They're gonna feed it into these recess spots, so pulling it off the car, feeding it into those recess spots. Too easy for this one. Too easy. All right, so I gotta work around this little piece right here. Show you how I do this. It does require a little bit of heat. So I'm just gonna squeegee down to it. I know where to start cutting. It is a circular piece, as you can see. That we're gonna work around. So I'm gonna cut in somewhat of a circle. We're not gonna do the exact same size, but we're gonna get a little small circle going. And then as we stretch it over, we'll cut bigger and bigger circles out just to make sure we get full coverage. So I just want to lift it up a little bit because I do want to stretch it just a little bit. Once we get it a little heated out, I'm going to pull it over that spot, lay that back down. Want to make sure that you get it glassed out all around. If you're having issues like I am with this one, just throw some heat around it. I'll relax the film enough. And we just want to create that little barrier all the way around it. Go around in a circle as much as possible to get that air out. All right. What's up, Mason? No, I'm not in New York. I'm in North Carolina. All right, so now that we got this, now we could trim the circle, make it a little bit bigger. Just a little bit, not too much. We're not trying to complete it right now. All right. So we got the circle a little bigger. Now we just want to lift the wrap, stretch it off of the edges a little bit. Once we get it stretched off the edges in all directions, come back with our squeegee and go around it. See if we get it down into that crack really nice. How close are you to finishing the van? I got the whole other side done. I still got to do this side, the roof, and the back area. So not really like super close, but I should have it done by tomorrow. I gotta have it done by tomorrow because I got the course tomorrow. So once we get it trimmed nicely around that area, now we can come back in this little recess spot and cut all the way around the circle. All right. Oh, no need to rush and mess up a whole door piece because you can't throw a patch in these cracks and just look crazy. So you get that out, give it another little post heat, relax that film, and get our tucker tool. We're gonna tuck it all the way around that edge. Everything nicely laid down. And that's it, man. It's too easy. Too easy for that part right there. What's the best spot to start from? What you mean? Like a full wrap job? Doesn't really matter where you're starting, but if you want to feel like you're making good progress, typically start with the hood. And then after that, you want to go to the fenders. And then from there. So here's the layout. For me, most cars I try to finish in 3 days. If I don't, then it's 4 days. But I start hood, fenders, roof, possibly trunk. After that, I do both sides. That's the doors and quarter panel. After that, I move on to the bumpers and like mirrors and door handles. And that's the way I do every single car. That's how I've been doing it. That's my process for like years now. So I know exactly what I need to get done every time a car comes to the door. And typically I can get it done in 3 days. No matter how big, it just depends on like, okay, if it's a BMW bumper or a Corvette rear bumper, that might push me out to 4 days because it's so intricate. And I might have to do like disassembly or something like that. New York, I do travel wraps, but that's if people pay the travel costs. I also do training and stuff. If somebody wants to pay me to come out to a certain city to train them, I've done a lot of stuff in California. How much I charge? You got to tell me what type of car you got, or tell me like what service you looking for. I can give you a accurate price. Um, y'all feel like I'm providing y'all value? Want to support a small channel? Make sure y'all throwing a like up in the chat, man. Just a little like goes a long ways, and I genuinely appreciate it. So we're just working all the air down on this door, get everything down into this crack here. We got that. Is that a sedan? The Kia? You move the light. Yeah, is that a sedan or is it a SUV? So with this, I don't like to work the air both ways. I just make sure I don't get like inching right here on the body lines, and I'll push all the air into the bigger side. If you do it that fast, you don't have to worry about glue lines. If there are any glue lines in there, just heat up, go around in a circle, and all of them will disappear, as you can see. SUVs are normally 3,500. It takes skill and a lot of patience to do what you do. Nah, it definitely does. Especially when you have stuff like this big Sprinter van, but it's like a custom printed wrap. If you mess up on a custom printed wrap, man, one side could be like $1,000. So you really got to be patient and make sure you do it right the first time because you can cost yourself a lot of money. Color changes and you know you, it's the same color. You can always go back. But something that's custom printed, you really take a big hit if you mess it up. You can break off into a new razor. I use cast films. That's going to be 3M, Avery, KPMF, and Oracle. Those are the best films. Those are the ones that's going to last you like 4 to 5 years. Anything else is typically calendar film. You're looking at 1, 2 years on that. Maybe a little longer if you ceramic coat it and actually wash it yourself. West Coast, the best coast. I'm actually coming out to California. Oh, never mind. I'm not. I'm coming out to California for a pit stop and then going to Hawaii. But I do come out to California a decent amount. If you want to hit me up on IG, we might be able to hit something up. RJ the Rapper. Turn a uh, regular travel trip into a tax write-off. And definitely down for that. What's the most forgiving? Avery. Avery is the easiest thing to install. It's the thinnest. It's one of the thinnest, so it stretches really easy. But it's not like too thin like cheetah wrap. But yeah, you can refloat it, relift it really easy. Um, stretches really easy. 3M's the same way, but Avery just is like the most forgiving if you're 3M is more durable than Avery, but Avery works easier. 3M's just more durable because it's like 2 mils thicker, I think. But Avery is just the easiest to work with. This is Oracle. Oracle and Hexes are kind of not easy when it comes to like making sure the edges lay down. You know, with all the post heating and stuff, sometimes they still peel up, so they require a little bit more work. But they are cast films, and they do have some of the better colors. So you know, it is what it is. What it costs to have something like Sprinter van wrap. So typically for a Sprinter van, if you're just doing a color change, you're probably looking at about 3,500 to 4,000, just depending on the film. If you get something printed, probably looking closer to 45, 4750. Color shift like this, where the film's a lot more expensive, probably closer to about 5,000. I can't remember it. I'm sorry, I can't remember what this color is. I do know though, if you go on metrorestyling.com and you type in ORACAL color shift, it's only going to be like 10 of them that pop up. And this is one of those. This is one of their few color shift films. So it's very easy to find on metrorestyling.com. There's no other color. There's a ton. There's thousands of different colors. This comes in thousands of different colors, like um different companies, man. There's like a ton of companies. Like I know one company that has a color book with almost 1,000 colors by themselves. And then you got a bunch of other companies with like different hues and variations of like the same stuff and some of their own, you know, newer stuff. If you ask me, yeah, the calendar films look a lot nicer than cast films, but they just don't last as long. And there's some cast films that look really nice. Like this is cast film. It looks really nice. I'm in Asheville, North Carolina. All right. So we're just gonna trim this top piece out. So we are done with that. Sorry about the background noise. You got a polish going down on the Mazda over here. Let's take this out. Stream Frozen. Is that what the name of this is? Oh, oh, you talking about the actual stream? What's the difference? The difference of what? Connection might be a little wonky. I know the Wi-Fi is not the best here right now. So it's probably running off of cellular. Y'all let me know if it's still running. Or a comment in the chat so I know I'm not talking to myself. If y'all got any questions, y'all need quotes. It's back. All right, cool. Y'all got any questions? Y'all need quotes and all that. What's the difference? All right, so cast film is going to be your more durable stuff. It's just a different type of way that they do the plastic and laminate and stuff like that. But essentially, cast film is the more durable one. It's the one that's going to last you 4 to 5 years if properly maintenance. And then you got calendar film, the one that's not really meant for like complex curves, mainly like flat surfaces. A lot of people like to use it because it's cheaper. But in reality, if you get a full roll of cast film, $750 for standard color. Now, if you get calendar film, maybe it's like $500, but you're giving up 2 years of wrap life. So it's not really worth it in my opinion. Now, if you're searching for a particular color or SEMA or something like that, or you're just rich, you just got it like that, you wrap your car every year, all right, cool, go with cast film. But for the average consumer, not gonna want to rewrap your car, you know, every year if it costs like $3,000 for a sedan. Unless you're doing it yourself, in that case it's different. Which I do have a bunch of long form videos help you guys learn how to do this process yourself because I'm not a gatekeeper. And I go live like this all the time so you could, kind of shadow me and learn how to do this stuff yourself. Atlanta, it's like 3 hours away, man. Drive the car down. You got people coming from Johnson City, Virginia, Georgia, everywhere, man. Just come drop it off. I've been rapping for like 8 years. It's best brand. I mean, you could say 3M, you could say Avery. Honestly, 3M, Avery, KPMF, they're all pretty much the same to me. They're all good. Appreciate the sub, man. Appreciate the sub. Yeah, y'all go ahead, throw a like in the chat, man. Let's get the chat boosted up. I really appreciate it. I really do. Show y'all how I trim around these windows. Like I said, we don't tuck too far under the windows because the wrap likes to bunch up. So typically, I want to relax the film around the gasket. Get relaxed. And we'll come in. We'll trim just enough to tuck underneath. Not too much. It's when you start to get the wrinkling and crazy stuff happening. Underneath, when you start your tucking process. Like that right there. See, I didn't even cut it hard enough. Trying not to blade the gasket. But that right there is just enough. I can lift the gasket, tuck that under, hide the color, and it's not so deep that it's just wrinkling over time. Not exact numbers, but how much to wrap a larger SUV? 3,500 typically, unless it's like, it's got no hood or it's a soft top like a Bronco or something. Might get closer to $3,000. Oh, the same color shift I'm using. You're probably looking about closer to like 4. This wrap is double the cost of normal wrap. Like if a normal wrap is 700, you pay the same thing. This one's probably like 1250 or something. X5. If I got motivation, I could do it in 3 days. If I got a little time, I typically like to do it in 4 days. Let the corners, settle in and make sure everything's post heated properly. My heat gun is always at max. Always at max. Now, if I'm using a torch, that's different. But the heat gun, you want it to do its job and you want it to do it fast. It's not gonna put out enough heat to where it's gonna damage the wrap. Yes, I can wrap dirt bike plastics. You just gotta mail them to me or drop them off. Yeah, I can wrap dirt bike plastics. I've had people mail me motorcycle helmets. I can do that too. Front bumper, it depends on the bumper. Go to RJ the Rapper on Instagram and send me a picture of your front bumper, and I'll tell you how much I typically do that for. Front bumpers, they can vary. Can't give a straight price on that because you can have a BMW front bumper or you can have like a Ford front bumper. Two completely different processes when it comes to how intricate you need to be when you're wrapping those. So yeah, just send me a pic and I can text you back a quote after I get off the live. Honda Accord, uh, wrap itself is probably gonna be like 150. Bumper probably about the same, 150 to 200 bucks to get it wrapped. Yeah, and I can do those off the car. I know how to do those off the car on the bumper stand, so don't necessarily need to drop the car off, but you could. Up to you. All right, so we got this all trimmed out. What's up, man? What type of warranty do we guarantee? So it's an installer warranty. 90 days. If you see something wrong with the install, just come back and we'll take care of it. Anything after that, problems aren't going to arise for anything that I've done. It's from how you take care of, the wrap and stuff like that. So installer warranty. If you want like more insurance on your wrap, you need to ceramic coat it. You need to make sure you're hand washing it. You need to make sure it's garage kept out of the sun as much as possible. There's a lot of things you can do to extend the life of it, but all I can handle is the install. I can't handle anything beyond that. Of course, if there's like something weird going on with the wrap, there's a warranty on that you can get from the actual manufacturer. So that too. Yeah, 90 days is fair. If there's gonna be a problem pop up,